Hello, hello. I am just making this video because I got this tarot card deck about a year ago. Trionfi della Luna by Patrick Valenza. My first ever Pip deck or Marseille deck. You've probably seen all this before. Trionfi della Luna is a Marseille-styled cousin to the Deviant Moon Tarot. Its creation was inspired by antique historical decks and 19th century satirical illustrations. Pretty cool deck. I've really enjoyed using it. I thought it would be really cool to use for my first introduction into Marseille decks, and it was really cool. But I was actually going through this and putting my cards in order. And as I was organizing the major arcana, I noticed that the Fool's Journey, as it is through the major arcana, is kind of interesting, at least in this deck. I mean, clearly, as you know, the Fool's Journey is a story through the major arcana. And it goes from the Magician all the way to the World or Judgment, depending on how you want to look at it. Some people include the World in it, some people don't. However you want to go. But it's kind of neat. And I don't know if anybody's made this connection before. I would imagine somebody has. Maybe it was the creator's intention to do this, but I thought it was cool, and I figured I would make a video on it and share it and see what anybody thinks. So anyway, it's just basically going to be kind of a flip through from the Fool through the major arcana, so you can kind of see how, in my opinion, it looks like it's kind of telling a story through, and it's very kind of linear, where like in the Rider-Waite deck, the Fool's looking off to the left, and and then there's different ways like that. This is kind of a full narrative, done pretty well. So without, I guess, further talking, here goes. All right, let's get that in frame. So there's a Fool. And then it kind of looks like he's walking his way over to meet the Magician. Let's see. And then he's walking over to meet the High Priestess. As you can tell, there's, the imagery is he's kind of going. He's not sure what he's doing. He looks very kind of unsure of himself. He meets this person, flames around her, everything. She must have a message for him. And he bumps into the Empress. Same kind of situation. Then he walks into the Emperor. And as you can kind of tell, see like how the Emperor's looked away, like, oh, I'm too good for you. Keep passing, keep walking. I have structure and rigidity or what have you, rules. I rule over everything. Don't bother me. As he comes across to the Hierophant. So, I don't know. I just think it's pretty expressive. Like, it's like he's just going through, like, all these cards. So, it's like he just stumbles upon these, otherworldly creatures or whatever in the major arcana. Chariot. Like, he's just walking through, and here comes this chariot whizzing by. Shooting star following him. There's Justice. She's preoccupied, looking, weighing the scales of justice. She has a sword. He meets the old hermit. He must have some knowledge he's found from doing his inner searching, looking like he's going to be telling somebody or wants to share it because he has now found some sort of enlightenment. Comes to the Wheel of Fortune. See Strength walking by, carrying this big thing. Hangman. Walking by, seeing the Hangman. Like, oh dear, what are you doing? And then, of course, 13. So like I said, it's just kind of cool, like how it was arranged, so you can actually see like he's moving through. Like even if you look at, I didn't mention this, like even if you look at his like background, it kind of flows like with the rest of it. So as he goes, he meets the devil, right? You see the fire right here, connecting into the fire right here. And it does that in all the other cards too. The majority of them. There's all sorts of, like all the elements. Like there's elements from this card that are in all these other cards. Fire in the tower. Plants right here, plants right here. Lightning coming out. Lightning coming out, I guess. There's a devil man here, devil person here. Two devils falling. It comes to the star. Leaving the fire from the tower and the dust and from the devil. Coming up into the star. It's got the plants to match. The hats kind of look the same. Her head. His kind of hat sort of shaped right. The moon. Tower in the background, the moon there. It's the same moon almost here. So he's like come up to, he's like followed the moon, and now this is the story that he has for the moon. What he comes across. And the sun. Judgment. See how the land kind of matches up right there? And then, of course, the world. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty cool when I organized my cards and saw that, how that worked out. It's a pretty cool deck. You just got to tour the major arcana. And then the minor arcana is very well illustrated. Page of coins, Knight of coins, and of course you could kind of get the same thing with the Fool going through here too if you wanted. Walking up, meeting these people, learning a lesson or a meaning from what they have to share. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands, same kind of deal. You put the Fool right there. You get that fire continuing into the Knight of Wands. Go through the cups. I guess it doesn't really work for the cup suit for the land because the Fool's walking and these are all in water, but I mean, either way. Oh, there's my card here. Don't mind the dogs. Apparently it's their barky time. Good thing it was right at the end of this video because I'm not editing or cutting. Anyway, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and found something interesting with this Trionfi della Luna deck. I think it's really cool. Have a good one.